Are you ready for the best Kansas City Chiefs insight? Welcome to Four Guys in a Bar podcast, sponsored by Chiefs Blitz and presented by Dave Purdy with Supreme Lending. For your mortgage solutions, call Dave today at 816-405-5831. That's 816-405-5831 because he's pretty good. Here's your Chiefs Blitz host, Nick Athan, with Lou Montagna, Tillman, and Hense Todd.
Welcome to the next edition of Four Guys in a Bar, the Chiefs Blitz Podcast. I'm your host, Nick Athan, along with Hense Todd. And before we start the show, we want to do a big shout out to our primary sponsor and my good friend, Mr. Dave Purdy with Supreme Lending. If you're looking for a mortgage, you can reach him at 816-405-5831. If you're looking to refinance, if you're you found a house and you need a good mortgage option, Dave is your guy. He'll take care of you. He has a plethora of options. And keep in mind, debt consolidation. It's the holiday time. If you haven't checked the fine print in your credit card statements, virtually the prime rate has pushed most of the credit cards to max limits and max percentages. Don't be fooled. It's not going to change unless you do it. Give him a call for a mortgage, debt consolidation, refinance, whatever you might need to do. He is your guy. 816-405-5831. That's Dave Purdy. We love Dave because he is.
Are you ready?
Pretty good.
Welcome to Four Guys in a Bar podcast, sponsored by Chiefs Blitz and presented by Dave Purdy.
We just want to mention Dave a few more times.
Damn right, we're ready.
We got the rest of the gang in here. The other
TMZ Todd got the hair done. Get a little more FaceTime with the two shot
let me
there.
Introduce yourself or not? You're just gonna keep talking over me.
This is beautiful. This is beautiful.
All right.
Here we go, guys.
Lou Montagna, Tillman joins Hense Todd and myself, Nick Athan, and it's Bills week. Chiefs. Mm-hmm. It's been a crazy week in the NFL, in sports. I mean, it's just been one of those. A lot of we were talking about the college football playoff, but in our pre-show where we're just bantering why we get set up. I mean, everybody's still talking about the snub of Florida State. You know what? Top 4 teams are in because the top 4 teams produce the most revenue. That's it. Next year it's 12 teams. No one's going to be fighting over this. Then we're going to be bitching about 13, 14, 15, and 16 that get excluded. So there's a no-win scenario, as Captain Kirk used to say. There's a no-win scenario. So there you go.
It is not an
I don't know why I was thinking
pursuit.
I don't know why I was thinking E40 when you say Captain Kirk, guys. You know E40 is one of the most fan productive hip hop artists in the Bay. just throw it out there. Just throw it out there, guys.
It's above my pay grade, dude. It's above my pay grade.
from the dirty South, Nick. Come on now,
man, talking.
I don't know. I mean, I lived in the South for a while. I got exposed to grits for the first time when I was like 25. I said, that's pretty good food. I can eat that. That's good. That's good.
Hey, the 50th anniversary of hip hop, ATL is bringing it now. Come on.
Yeah, awesome.
Hey, man, shout out to Andre 3000 putting on a great album of meditation. Great album of meditation,
But if you missed the guys, it started off the screen with me and Nick, but we'll try to introduce the guys a new way. But wrong button was pushed. But again, excuse me, as a producer, wrong button was pushed. But again, I'm happy to have the guys back. I'm happy to have Lou back. Drake could have just stayed in the dungeons. But other than that,
you can't keep me down, sir.
Looks like he's in one already.
Yeah, man, I am.
He said he looked like he's in one already.
I know, moving's a bitch, man. Moving's a bitch.
TMC Todd is pushing all the buttons today.
Yeah. He is. I'm about to take a temperature in a minute.
But again, man, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. We had a special guest this past Wednesday from the Bill Mafia itself. We went into the behind enemy lines and we spoke to him. And it was great. So if you guys missed that, go on Chiefs Blitz on YouTube and check that out on all the other social media platforms because it's everywhere you look up. It's Chiefs Blitz everywhere. But
Facebook,
again,
Twitter, LinkedIn, we're everywhere.
That's right.
Yeah. So we're gonna get right into it, guys. We got the Chiefs versus the Bills coming up this Sunday.
The mighty Bills.
The mighty not Bills. They slipping their way out of the playoffs. I try to be courteous. I try to be courteous, be a little nice to the guests we had on. I want to rip the Bill.
Yeah, you were relatively calm to the end, and then you just put the dagger in him, man.
I let him have his say that I put the dagger right into him. But again, we got the Chiefs versus the Bills coming up. But before we start off with that, we're going to give a shout out for the Man of the Year of the Chiefs honored Man of the Year is Patrick Mahomes in the 15 Foundation. What are you guys thinking about that?
Well, I mean, that's Patrick Mahomes. What don't he get honored for? Right? What don't Patrick Mahomes get honored for? That's Patrick Mahomes, man. You know what I mean? Nick, y'all can carry it from here, Nick. Like, that man get honored for everything, man. So you go ahead and take care of that, Nick.
He's got everything, man. He's got 2 Super Bowl rings, 2 league MVPs. He has brought football in Kansas City to national prominence. They are the single most popular team in the NFL right now. They are America's team. Sorry, Dallas Cowboy fans. Wait till your quarterback goes 1 and done in the postseason, and then you can, understand exactly what's going to happen, because Dak Prescott's not winning a playoff game. But hey, listen, congrats to Patrick. His foundation, 15 Mahomes, is fabulous. There's a lot of money that goes through there, a lot of money that he gives back. But I think what people don't understand is, there's a lot of things he does that he doesn't get the accolades for that go outside of the foundation. Think about it. He is one of the most powerful sports people. He is the Jordan-esque kind of player, where just a little squibble P and a couple of line circles for an autograph or for a photo, it changes people's outlook and perspective. And the time he spends in the hospitals working with the kids, he's just a special human being. We're lucky. Again, I say this all the time, and I'm going to say it till my last breath. Appreciate the Patrick Mahomes era for however long it lasts, and enjoy it, and realize that we are witnessing greatness. Even though he's had some lulls this season, hasn't been as great as he normally is. But if anybody doesn't think he's going to figure it out, but he deserves this honor. Would be, to be compared to Walter Payton. Sweetness was one of my favorite players of all time, one of the greatest running backs of all time, one of the greatest people of all time. I know Will Smith and Brian Waters got that honor, and I think for Patrick to get it would be great.
Right. Well, the patch is forever, right?
Yeah, forever on the uniform.
This isn't an award that you typically strive for, or that you play well enough. You play well enough, and your name gets thrown in there. It's for your deeds off the field, as Nick was saying. Nothing more prestigious. You talk to any of the players, that's the way they describe it. Walter Payton, the family foundation, everything that they have done for charitable works, but all 32 guys are deserving. And it's just great that in this case, it is Patrick and his foundation. It's just, it's incredible what all these guys do, and they're all winners in my book. But again, like I said, the patch is forever. You wear that, you're Man of the Year for forever. So that's a big honor.
Yeah, shout out to Patrick Mahomes for the Man of the Year. He go out there, he cut grass and farm and do all this other nonsense, and he sponsored the metro companies and whatnot, the school. Hey, I get that. The man is phenomenal, guys. He's soccer teams, right? Wife's soccer team, building
Royals,
up, right?
Royals, Sporting KC.
Okay, listen. I became a soccer fan because of the Mahomeses. Right, so at the end of the day, you got to get credit where credit is due. Mahomes is doing phenomenal for the city, so he earned it.
Yep, props.
He earned it more, man. He's out here taking the bull by the horns at a young age.
Except for the field.
Stop it, sir. You about to be removed from the show if you open that mouth one more time, sir.
It's gonna stay open, sir. No, all right. I take that back. No.
I bet it will stay open. But again, Patrick Mahomes, man, like a young age, doing all this, cashing in at a young age is amazing. And I even heard a story that somebody put out there that Patrick Mahomes did that he did a lot, then he don't really want to play football no more. And that only shows on the field, and those shows off the field what he's out here doing. If he wanted to retire, yes, he retire right now and still be on the top of the mountain. It's about Holmes Mountain and everybody else just trying to climb it.
Yeah,
you know? And that's what it is right now. It is what it is right now. You got Jordan, you got all the other quarterbacks that's coming out of the draft right now. They trying to climb the mountain, but it still can't count on what he did so far. Brady started added on what he had into his resume at the end, the middle of his career, going on to the back end of it. But again, Peyton Manning don't have it. You know what I mean? All the other quarterbacks don't have what this guy had. So, hey, if you're the Bill Mafia, if you're tuning in, you're watching everything, hey, your quarterback ain't doing my quarterback doing. If you're the Broncos, you tuning in, your quarterback is not doing what my quarterback is doing. Hey, all the 32 teams, all the 31 teams that's left in the NFL, your quarterback is not this man. MVP Pat, the Reaper himself. The Bill, I'm telling you, the Bills killer. I'm telling you, this guy is the truth, and I just can't wait. Wait till we get another target. I went to sleep last night. I woke up out of my sleep.
You woke up excited. You did.
I had a dream that the Chiefs drafted Marvin Harrison. I don't know how I have it in my. It was in my dream. I was trying to tell everybody it was in my dream, but again, this guy is the truth. Congratulations to the 15 of my Homeless Foundation for everything they doing out there. Yeah. It's amazing.
Was that Nick number 2 from Kansas City shouting out Mahomes Mountain? Is Nick Wright coming on?
Oh no, Lou, but you know,
we're gonna have to get a banner you can drop behind you, Hans. We're gonna have to work on that.
Hey, listen, did you say the greatest out of okay? No, I'll give you that bow tie. I'll give you that.
You can't nothing.
Out of this generation, he is.
Oh, no
okay.
Question.
There's nobody doing it like he's doing out of this generation, sir. So I'm gonna pause you on that one real quick. We're gonna say this generation, but again, he earned it. He earned it. Yeah.
And I also speaking of honors, man, the Kelsey family just keep on winning. Everybody call me TMZ Todd, but it is what it is. Going right into the book.
Go ahead.
Lou is calling me that, but we got Taylor Swift. You know, be on the other hand is with it people's well, I forgot the name of it. I think it was People's Word of the Year or something like that.
Time Magazine.
Person of the Year.
Person of the Year. Imagine your wife, your significant other, is on the front of the magazine as the Person of the Year. How can you top that? You can't not say nothing. You can't say, "Hey, honey, I forgot to lift the toilet seat. I forgot to." You can't say nothing after that. I forgot to wash my dishes. I forgot to put away the laundry. I forgot. You can't say none of that because you got your girl, your wife, your significant other on the front of the magazine. On top of that, so what do you guys have to say about that? Let's go ahead, Nick. What you got to say about it?
Well, I mean, I think it's it's good for her, and this is a story that just keeps going. I mean. I was on a radio show this week and they wanted to talk about it. And I'm just like, hey, listen, they're in love. She's on top of the world. She does things the right way. She happens to be, dating one of our favorite football players of all time in Travis Kelce. And I just thought it was interesting. Some of the comments she made, including this one, when football's awesome. It turns out I've been missing it my whole life. And then when she kind of slams the people who are making fun of her or don't think it's genuine that she comes to Chiefs games, she goes out there and makes a couple other comments. And listen, this woman knows who she is. Travis Kelce knows who he is. Mm-hmm. And the fact that they are displaying their relationship and their affection. I mean, he bought her a $6 million house. So, I mean, my God, that does tell you something. They clearly were dating before she showed up for the Bears game.
There you go.
But, this is I think this is the first solo award recipient for Time. Generally they have 2 or 3 people, but she's the only person this year, and I think that's pretty significant. Congratulations to Taylor. I'm sure she'll be at the game Sunday, rooting her Chiefs on and making sure that she does her part to ignite the fan base, because this fan base is going to need to be in major electricity ignition mode on Sunday.
We're gonna have her banging a drum. We're gonna have her banging.
She's gotta bang the drum, man. Absolutely.
Speaking of banging drums, listen. I'm gonna say this. A lot of people don't understand. Like, all the fans see the glow, her singing and stuff like that, the spectacle, right? But Kelsey knows who she is for real. Kelsey knows the vibe of this woman. He knows who she is for real. That's why it's genuine. So when you see this, but genuine, she's showing who she really is and whatnot. Now we see her all the time. Now it's like it's normalized now. That's Travis Kelce's woman. That's his lady. So it's normalized. So now I feel like, to me, I feel like it's more. I feel like those two are more humble. I feel like they humbled each other in the sense of, because now all the glow, all the hoorahs out the door. Now you see these guys as a couple.
Yep.
Now it's normalized now. Yeah, it's normalized now.
What do you think, Lou? Give us your 30-foot view on this whole thing.
Well, I mean, it's just, the whole thing is just been kind of a phenomenon. I mean, she's been a phenomenon even before this year, but this past year with this Eras Tour is just, everything is blown up from, people, the tickets were almost impossible to get. And there was an issue with Ticketmaster and she stepped in. I mean, and the Swifties, and I live with Swifties, so I've got a little closer view of the whole thing. But it's just good to me. It's just great that we've converted another football fan. Welcome her to the Chiefs kingdom.
Right.
Keep coming. It's awesome. Forget about these people that say, well, let's just stick to football. Well, yeah, they do stick to football. They show her once a game. I think NBC only showed her once during the Packers game. So,
yeah.
But no, it's tremendous. And I think you got to give Travis some props for handling it in such a way that she is the most recognizable woman in the world. I mean, you talk about his life was probably fairly difficult to get like any alone time before this. Now it's like his entire life is out there in public.
It's over.
And, and Jason has written a Christmas song. God bless him. I mean, I heard it this morning. I almost cried.
Yeah, I have not heard that. I'll have to.
So he actually, like the Eagles had like their offensive line. They did one last year. And they did one this year, and Jason actually wrote one of the songs and performed it.
Wow.
And it's really, really good. So if anybody hasn't heard it, check in. I think it's Santa something. I don't know, but it was really good.
Santa baby, huh? We'll dig it.
We love these guys. For sure.
Real quick, let me give a shout out to the comments. Got a lot of people are popping in some very interesting comments, right? Kareem says Patrick Mahomes. Oh, by the way, what up, Kareem? He said Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback of all time. Kareem, I got to stop you there, my man. I don't know
what you're
sipping on today. Thank you, Nick.
Not quite yet.
Now,
win a Super Bowl with this team? Yes.
Both of you, Dre and Nick, gonna go in it's gonna be a Lou and Hense show in a minute.
Then it's gonna get real, man.
Man, hey, listen, I dig that. I dig that. Then Miss Tryon says this. She says, "Stop that." Travis Kelce bought the house before he got with her. Then she's going, ugh.
I don't think so.
Now, $6 million. Is love worth $6 million? I don't know.
If it's Taylor Swift, yeah, that's a bargain.
All right, and then we got Vincent. so Vincent Carlos said, Red Friday, bada bing, bada boom, the Mafia. That's basically what he's saying is going to be a quick knockout for the Chiefs, right?
No, we'll see. Man. Vince, I'm not as convinced as you are, but we'll find out on
Vince's
Sunday.
Optimism.
Yeah.
Man. Thank you, Vince.
Speaking of optimism, what do y'all think? What y'all got to say about this MVP odds? The MVP race. Who really deserve it? Who really should have it? My vote is Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill had a monster year. He's having a phenomenal year, but it's going to go to the quarterback. So what quarterbacks, even though Patrick Mahomes have a 900 plus odd to be winning this, but he's still on the list. But again, what quarterback y'all think deserve this, or what player do y'all think deserve this? Go ahead, Dre.
I'm gonna say T. Hill, man. Honestly, T. Hill was like he's doing something that's never been done in the league. You would say Megatron or Jerry Rice, Megatron, but the Ray Hill's doing it at his height, right? We can say it's his speed, man. That man got the whole package. He can run routes. He's explosive, man. Great hands. You can trust him. You got to see when you begin to get triple covered, you're that guy. When they put a shell, the shell came from Tyreek Hill because he's that guy. So. Honestly, with Tua and that arm,
what arm? Stop it, sir.
No, listen though. Yeah. No, listen though. I'm saying with the arm as the yak catches, right? Because Tyreek Hill is the master of the yak.
Okay,
he's the master of the yak. So
I said that arm. You said that arm.
Nah, man, he did say himself. He's more accurate quarterback.
On air. Here's Tua's arm right here.
Hey,
this is Tua's arm. This is Tua's arm. This is Tua's arm. So get her correct.
It's like one of those super large peach baskets.
Man, man.
That's wider than the screen. Just throw it somewhere in that vicinity.
We see the live on London. The live on London TV. We're not in London, but Frankfurt. We saw that.
Y'all are silly.
All right, Lou, straighten us out, Lou. Straighten us out.
Well, I think it's interesting that no one has really separated in terms of MVP. You could talk to like 10 different people. You might hear like 5 different players, with a combination therein. And I think it's kind of brought the other offensive weapons, if you would, into the conversation. I don't know that McCaffrey gets the due that he deserves, but I think he could be in there. You got Purdy, you got Jalen Hurts. You can poke holes in any one of these guys. Dak Prescott is probably like on the best run of any quarterbacks, but they haven't beaten a team that's over 500. The closest is now Seattle's now 6-6. So you can poke holes in him. You don't see wide receivers typically win this award, but Tyreek is probably having the best year of any offensive player out there, including quarterbacks. None of them have really separated. So I think it truly is going to come down through the last couple of weeks of the season. And if I had to vote right now, I think I would go with Tyreek just because the quarterbacks haven't really separated. So I've always loved the guy since they drafted him. I still love the guy no matter what he says.
There you go.
Nonsense he talks about the Chiefs. It's all done for effect, and I'm here for it. So I would go Tyreek today if we were voting today.
He's the younger version of Aaron Rodgers, with his comments. Listen, I think Tyreek deserves it. I think Purdy is the talk of the town right now, but you look at all these other quarterbacks in particular. Jalen Hurts has done it without, Goddard being on the field. Dak Prescott's had some issues. They've had some injuries too. Tua, has had the blessing of having, Tyreek Hill and a great offense. But Purdy, man, when his stars were out, one of them, they lost 3 in a row.
True.
So he is the one quarterback that has to have every single one of his components. Even Lamar Jackson, who I'm not a big fan of. Patrick Mahomes, obviously, we've seen that for almost through 6 seasons now, where if he doesn't have his full complement of players, he can still win football games. Lamar Jackson hasn't proven that to be true. Tua hasn't proven that to be true. Purdy hasn't proven for that to be true. Now, I'm not saying that Patrick Mahomes is going to be the MVP because I'm not. I think if Tyreek Hill amasses 2,000
Mahomes for MVP,
it's going to be Tyreek Hill. I think.
Turn up your mic.
I think they'll finally give it to. I think they'll finally give it to a position player who does something so phenomenal that you just can't ignore it.
Do you guys think because it's so tight and it's so no one is separated and it's happened before, that there could be co-MVPs?
I don't think has it ever been done before?
Yeah, I think one year, somebody shared it with Barry Sanders, maybe Peyton Manning.
I don't know.
Going back,
Kareem,
it's come up where it's happened
buddy.
before.
Look that up for us. See who shared the NFL MVP for us.
There you go. The 5th member.
Yeah, I know who it is. I know who shared it.
All right, who's that?
Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes shared it by himself. There ain't nobody on this list. I don't care if it's Derek Prescott, Mama Prescott, Jalen Hurts, where Hurts, Tua Lulu, Lamar, Michael Jackson. I don't care who it is on this list. My God, even though he had a bad year, Patrick Mahomes in his bad year still wins MVP. I said Patrick Mahomes even if he has a bad year, in a bad year, he still wins MVP.
MVP, get out of here. Mute your mic, sir. Mute that. Mute it.
Okay, I will. I'll mute my mic.
Get the whole microphone off the table. Listen.
Bottom line is I'm not taking that bet at 300. So I don't bet.
I put Josh Allen over Patrick Mahomes MVP.
Stop it.
All right. Well, we can debate Josh Allen here. We'll debate Josh Allen.
Yeah, I think he had too much early, man. These 4 guys are
5 more NFL Sundays left. A lot can go happen.
What's in that Quick Trip coat, sir?
Don't you worry about it, sir. You worry about that money.
Quick Trip coffee. Shout out to Quick Trip, man. Their coffee rocks. So.
Oh man, anyway. I drink Quick Trip every day on the day. You hear me?
All right, so guys, let's get right in. Before we get right in to the Bills versus the Chiefs, let's get it right into our second sponsor. Let's get right into it. So who you have for us, Nick?
All right, we're gonna talk about my good friend Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Group. You can reach Eric at 816-729-3785. If you're looking for a realtor, if you're looking for someone who's going to be an advisor to you, if you're trying to decide if now's the time to buy a house, maybe you found one that you like. Doesn't matter if it's a Kelty mansion. Doesn't matter if it's a $100,000 house. It makes no difference to Eric because he's going to treat you the same whether you're an NFL player or not. It makes no difference. You want someone you can trust, someone that's going to look out for you and say, hey, I'm going to make sure this is the right house. Make sure all the inspections are done. So give Eric a call at 816-729-3785. eSalesKC@gmail.com. So we got you covered with the mortgage guys. We got you covered with the real estate guys. We got your 1-2 punch here. This is Mahomes and Kelsey. Between these two sponsors, use them. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me to direct. But give Eric a call, 816-729-3785.
Proud sponsor of Chief. Who?
And
This proud sponsor of Chiefs.
Kareem answered the question. He said Barry and Favre.
okay.
Barry and Favre. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah. Maybe, who knows? Maybe it'll be Hill and Tua.
But that's interesting. Two guys.
Wouldn't it be great if it was Mahomes and Hill?
Two guys from the same division.
From the same division.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'll take Barry Sanders than that. I'll take Barry over Favre any day.
But be honest, the guy on this list that really deserve is the guy from 49ers. And I think he so really far. So far, I think. To be honest.
You know why?
Because he's pretty good.
He's pretty good. He's pretty good. It's good enough
I was trying to line it up.
He's trying to line it up right. Man, get that man off, man. That's his mic. But listen, though. But again, good point.
All right.
Let's get right into the Bills versus the Chiefs, guys. We have a amazing matchup that's going to happen this Sunday. The Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are coming off a loss from the Green Bay Packers. Who's seen that one coming? But this is a game that a lot of people are saying it's a toss-up. I've seen around the NFL. A lot of people saying the Chiefs is going to lose. A lot of people don't believe in. Everybody's jumping off the Mahomes bandwagon. Everybody's jumping off. Everybody's saying this team is done. But if this team do lose 5 games straight, you better watch out because I had that dream like Martin Luther King did, but it's gonna be
easy there.
I had that dream.
Easy, Bo.
It's gonna come right in. But again, we got a game coming up. Go ahead, Dre. What you about to say?
A real talk, guys, and dive into it. If you look at the stats, they neck and neck.
Mm-hmm.
They neck and neck.
Right.
Ain't no real separation. They neck and neck.
Yeah,
third down,
statistically speaking, yeah,
that's what I'm saying. But if you look at the games, though, Nick, the games I watched with Josh Allen, I didn't see no holes in this game for real. Remember the same thing with Patrick Mahomes, right? Good, both the quarterbacks are good. It's just the weapons they have. Number 13 misread his route, then ran the wrong route. MVS dropped the pass and also misread the route. A couple drop passes. Defenses let Josh Allen down. You can say the same thing a little bit for Patrick Mahomes with that, with the offense wise. But what I'm saying is this: these guys are equal neck to neck in everything. There's clearly no separation. There's no separation at all.
Well,
the only separation is the records, right?
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Just the records, but as far as statistically wise, though,
coaching wise, it's separation.
It's a fair point.
Quarterback wise, it's separation.
Before the season starts, you start talking about this game. You're looking at the calendar, you're looking at the schedule. This is probably going to be for the number 1 seed, right? That's what you're thinking before the season.
It still is today. It's still the same.
Now all of a sudden you've got one of the teams that's the 3 seed at this point, and one who is 10 or 11. And it's like, what's going on here? I mean, it's just surreal that these teams are in the positions they are, so to speak. Right. But to your point, Dre, is there is little separation, even though the Chiefs have the better record and the Bills still can get this done. Josh Allen has had, I think, in his games at Arrowhead, playoffs included, he's got like a 12-1 TD to interception ratio. He's always played well in Arrowhead. So can we say he's going to play well Sunday? Probably.
Okay.
So. The Chiefs defense, I think, is a lot better than he's faced in the past. That's for sure. Getting Nick Bolton back, that's huge. I don't know if we'll have Drew Tranquil. Probably not.
I don't expect Drew back until the Raiders game.
Right. So again, I hear what you're saying statistically, and that's, going into the season, there's a lot of things you can say, yeah, these teams are pretty even, but I think just the way they've played leading up to this point is very inconsistent. So again, you have to say that being at home, even though they're slightly favored, let's take that out of the equation. Both teams are very desperate.
True.
Again, we'll pick the game, but I'm going to lean with the team that seems to be a little bit more together inside versus where Buffalo, it just seems like there's a lot of moving parts and it's not really cohesive at this point. And you just got to say, trust in Coach Reed at this point.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I don't disagree, especially with the madness going on with Tyler Dunn's article about Sean McDermott. Between the 9/11 comments, the other comments that he made. Obviously, to me, I think this was Ken Dorsey spilling the beans on what it was like to be with McDermott and how awful it was. And I'm sure he was I don't know this for a fact. I'm just assuming he was the primary source. And, McDermott had to do a news conference, yesterday just to kind of explain himself. He did say it was embarrassing to himself. It was an attack piece. And, maybe so, but you're the head coach. You take all the fire, and it's clear, because all week we've seen the 13-second video and the turning point, 9-minute thing with the divisional round game, a couple of years ago. And had McDermott not called that timeout, I don't think Kelsey and Mahomes make that play. And so, you've got a guy who he fired Leslie Frazier, who was one of the best defensive minds in the NFL. And he took the blame for a lot of this, and he should not have. And the Chiefs, we could bitch about Andy Reid and play calling and time management. I think the time management thing's gone. I think he's figured that out. But we can still call about being too cute in the red zone. But you know what? Guys won 2 Super Bowls. McDermott hasn't won crap. And one guy's going to the Hall of Fame. The other guy's going to be a defensive coordinator next year. So, it's just at the end of the day, hence you make a great point. It comes down to the coaches. And in a game like this, in the regular season, the best coaches usually win. Last week, Andy Reid was not the best coach. That's why the Chiefs lost. Against the Dolphins, he was the best coach. Against the Raiders, he was the best coach. If Andy Reid's the best coach on Sunday and makes all the right decisions and the players execute, even without potentially Isaiah Pacheco, we're still doing the show live here. We don't know 100%, but he did not practice on Friday. I'm not sure that means he's going to be a game time position, but that means Clyde Edwards-Helaire has to step up. And Andy believes in Clyde, and Clyde had one of his best games as a pro at Buffalo a few years ago.
Against the Buffalo, 160
Buffalo, and he just shred them. So if he can run the ball, if he doesn't fumble, he can help the Chiefs. He can catch the ball. This is his chance to show other teams next year that, he could be a viable option. So, McKinnon will be back. That will help. So I think they'll be okay. A running back if Pacheco doesn't play, but you need Pacheco in the postseason as much as they need him for Sunday against the Bills.
Put Scott Moore at running back.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the Bills defense is not that great. They have to blitz to get pressure. They don't really have the run stuffer, so they rotate a lot of guys. So the offense is going to have to adjust. And obviously, with Pacheco not practicing this week, Andy's probably already made those adjustments. But coaching will decide this game.
Yeah, coaching will decide this game, and I want to see what Morris is going to do because they could be the Chiefs' future left tackle. You know, what I mean, I want to see.
I'm so excited about him.
I want to see the full game from him. I want to see what he can do out there. Also, you know what I mean, like you said, this going to be like I said on Wednesday. Like I talked to the Bills. Keep on forgetting his name. His last name is hard to pronounce, but
Lucas Savage.
Lucas Savage.
Just say
Luka. You know, like I told him that I think their coach is going to be on a hot seat after this game. Not the hot seat. That seat is going to be on fire if they lose this game. Because you know they get into close games. They always losing, and it's always coming back to him. Like every know it's Josh Allen turning over the ball. Josh Allen is just a turnover machine. Everybody still, you know, even though he got a cannon for an arm, he got the size you want, but between the eyes test is not working out when it's getting into the end zone.
I don't know. He kind of put them on their back against Philadelphia. I mean, he did. I don't know that he could have played much better.
He did. Yeah. Against a Philadelphia team ain't there, and the Philadelphia team is should have won that game. You know what I mean? But I'll put it like this: this coach here, you know what I mean, they was an inch close when the 13 seconds.
Yeah.
Who was kicking into why not kick that out of bounds? They didn't. They just kicked it right to the kickoff return, and he returned it, got positive yards, and put Chiefs up there in a positive position.
I got two pieces of breaking news. All right. The Chiefs have ruled out running back Isaiah Pacheco for Sunday's game against the Bills. And our sister website, Primetime Sports Talk, has informed us that Shohei Atani has signed the most lucrative deal in Major League Baseball history with the Toronto Blue Jays.
Okay.
You heard that was a dark horse. Toronto.
Take that, Yankees. Take that, Dodgers.
Take that, Yankees.
But the Royals were not in the bidding war.
An international city.
So
a large Asian contingent. So
it makes perfect sense for him.
Now, how long is this? Congratulations to the guy that got that contract. But how long this is going to linger with Isaiah Pacheco? You know what I mean? The soldier in it, because that could be a big loss going down into the.
I don't play him till the Raiders game. There's no point playing him against the Patriots. I
sense nervousness.
No.
The Chiefs typically slow play these injuries. I mean, we've seen it with just about
they're going to
everybody.
take their time.
Yeah,
they're going to take that. This is I believe this is the shoulder that he had surgery on. So, as long as he doesn't go on IR this weekend, then I'll feel good for his chances to come back.
But one guy I do want them to elevate off the practice squad. He was killing in the preseason. Mm-hmm. He was killing in the and not in the preseason, but in the off season, the training camp and everything. Is I keep on it. Is Price number 34? I think
Eric Prince.
Yeah,
Prince. You know what I mean?
University of Tulsa.
I want him to get him a chance. He's big. He's physical. He can catch out the backfield. He was killing on the screen routes. And give the man a chance. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Is give the man a chance. Go ahead, Joe.
Listen, my man Vincent said James needs to step it up as a super freak and run it back.
There we go. Bring it.
All right, and then I got Trahan says he'll up Pac.
Yeah.
So,
but
I'm saying I sense y'all being nervous, man. I sense nervousness from
I was nervous from you. You didn't hear I started this show, sir. Ain't no nervousness from me. It's all butt kickings for the rest of the season. Hey, I'll put it like this. Yeah, the Monday, everybody was nervous, but I got over that. I was a little upset. Then I went back and looked. I said, hold on. I take Patrick Mahomes being born. I take Patrick Mahomes right out the room. I take Patrick Mahomes when he first learned how to walk and learned how his first words was Chiefs. That was his first words he ever talked. So I put it like this, man. Who you going to take on Sunday? You know what I mean? What quarterback do you give the edge? Even though Patrick Mahomes don't have the receivers that's out there that's like big does. What quarterback you give the edge? Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes? What quarterback you giving the edge this Sunday, Nick?
Well, I mean, there's more pressure on Mahomes now that Pacheco's out. Let's just be honest.
That's true.
That puts a lot more pressure on him. That puts a lot of pressure on the wide receivers. That means you're probably going to do a lot more 2 tight end sets. Get Noah Gray in there. He could be that guy out of the backfield that they line him up where they put him in the slot. He can find the open spaces in the zone. I think this could be one of Noah Gray's biggest games because they're going to have to create, some other guys and some other opportunities. I know Vince really likes Watson. I like Watson as well. But it's going to be Rice, Kelsey. Again, the Bills defense isn't that great. They played better, but they got shredded by the Eagles in a rainstorm. And they had a lead in this game in the fourth quarter. They had a chance to win it in overtime. They had a chance to stop the Eagles in overtime. They couldn't get it done. So I'm not impressed with the Bills defense, but for me, Patrick Mahomes has more pressure, but Josh Allen, he's got a lot of pressure too. Not only is it to save the season, he might be trying to save his head coach. He might be saving his GM. He might be saving the fact that if they don't make the playoffs, the Bills, who have a new stadium coming, this might be the year to tear the thing down and rebuild the roster. There are guys on there. Von Miller, he's going to probably be gone. We don't know what's going to happen with their wide receivers. This is the pressure for Allen is much, much different than it is for Mahomes. Mahomes' only job is to win this football game. Allen's job is to save the season, save the coach. Bring unity back to the organization, because right now it's fractured. This McDermott stuff, it's going to be playing all weekend long. It's going to be mentioned on Sunday, and do they love their head coach enough to go through a wall?
Could have been a Chiefs linking it. Could the Chiefs link that information? Could the Chiefs link
that information? No, it wasn't the Chiefs. No.
Cause a distraction.
I know.
We don't know.
I know Tyler done very well.
It did manage to take the Von Miller situation off the head of the news, because that was like no small thing.
No, and did you see the report that came out today? The specifics of it all?
No.
And the comments, the quotes that his pregnant girlfriend made. I read those things and I'm thinking, why in the world is the Bills even considering playing him? But if the league doesn't say, hey, he's not on the commissioner's list, he can play. That's a bad.
There's always some.
It's been a bad week for the Bills.
Yeah, they'll put the Chiefs players on there very fast, but
not a good look for the league.
Yeah, Ross is still on the exempt list for no reason.
You know what's crazy, man? I'm so disappointed in Ross not being used, and also in Ross and what he had done, right? What he have done, right? Excuse my language, but what I'm saying is this, because he got so much potential, man, so much good potential, man, and we wanted to see that, and I feel like that's what Kansas City's missing, that end zone threat. So now he's damn near done for the season. Well, damn near now, So, but at the same time, guys, I'm gonna say it like this: Josh Allen, to me, is going to play his butt off. Patrick Mahomes is going to play his butt off. They both battling for something. They both scratching it. They're both scratching the surface. So it's going to be a great game. It's going to be a great game.
It's going to be a great game because you know why? Because it's Bill's draft pick. You know what I mean? It's going to take on the team that gave up the pick to the Chiefs to draft Patrick Mahomes. Thank you, Bills fans. Thank you, Bills organization, for giving us a generation talent. Give it up your pick to let us draft this young man here. Patrick Mahomes coming out of Texas Tech. Patrick Mahomes coming out of Texas Tech, coming out here. The coming everybody, even Dre, was like, "Oh, the Chiefs going to draft Deshaun Watson. They're going to draft Deshaun Watson. They should. No, I said, man, we're going to give this man right here. I'm liking the guy from Texas Tech.
Right.
You know what I mean? Guns up for Texas Tech. Like I said,
hold on.
Wait. I got more breaking news. Drew Tranquil, Brian Cook, and Donovan Smith all have been ruled out.
Guns up, baby. Guns up.
All
Let's
right.
go.
There it is. Guns up today.
I didn't hear you say that.
Coach Cliff, where are you, man? Where's Coach Cliff?
Say that again, Nick. Who's out?
Drew Tranquil, Brian Cook, and Donovan Smith. No surprises, along with Pacheco. So the Chiefs are going to miss 4 starters.
Yeah, two defensive guys, I think, is actually even the bigger story in my book.
Yeah. That means Mike.
Everybody knew Kick was going to be out. You know what I mean?
Don't sleep on Edwards and Shamari Connor. Whenever he gets an opportunity on defense, that kid,
number 27 a shot.
He's another one of these chess pieces that can be played in different areas.
He's going to have to play some safety.
slot, safety, wherever. I mean, I think Spags will deploy him in some unique places.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the greatness of Spags, man. Spags know how to put a defense together. Like he schemes very well. He schemes very well. Like Spags' defense is so unpredictable.
The narrative has changed.
You don't know where it's come from.
It has.
You don't know. It did. It did.
It seems like last year everybody was like, trying to string the guy up.
He got his pieces, Lou. Hey, Spags got his pieces. He got his D-line.
Right. Wow.
He got his D-line now. So, hey.
Yeah, and again, props to all the defensive coaches for developing these guys, because you've got a bunch of young players in key roles and coming through big time. So,
Cully, man.
And now it's going to get tested. It's going to get tested now because of injuries, and that'll be a good thing as well. I wanted to go back to the COVID game in Buffalo, where I think the Chiefs were missing. I think Eric Fisher was out. They were missing one of the guards. I can't remember. I think might have been Tooney. Allegretti started. And it was like the one time in the last 5 years I saw Andy Reid commit to the run, and they ran the hell out of the ball. You said Clyde at $160. I think as a team, they rushed for like over 270 yards, and they just were mashers. And I'm thinking, can it be a similar game plan with Wanye Morris now starting at left tackle?
That's a big guy.
Not rely so much on Patrick dropping back 45 times.
I never see nobody human with bigger legs than him. I don't know, man. Like, shoot.
Yokozuna.
Oh yeah,
there
maybe.
Yeah. All right.
I'll put it like this, man.
Who did he play for? Where did he go to school?
Dre just
come on, Dre.
Dre
come on, Dre, man.
I think he's searching now.
No, I mean Morris. Why forcing to rewatch that game. He was in run protection. He was strong, I thought, and I think passing.
One pass he had. I watched. We went back to watch one pass. He was bad.
Yeah, I mean that short yard, that red zone block, just coming in the game. First couple of plays was a little struggle for him, but I think he'll be just fine. I think the offensive line, these 5 guys. That's Thuney maybe plays another year or two in Kansas City, but for the most part, this is the offensive line in the future, and they get these guys signed up under contract. This is what Mahomes is going to have in front of him for the next 3 to 4 years.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this one again, and I think Vincent stated that earlier in the comment. We gotta start with the excuses for Kansas City too, man. If you run the ball, the receivers have to catch. They have to catch the ball, because we can't focus so much on the run game, because once they get shut off, who can you trust now, right? So the receivers have to step up. They have to step up. If not, Chiefs ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Okay. That's right. But let's get right into Lou went on here Wednesday. Do you have anything for Chiefs for everybody that missed you on Wednesday?
I believe we do.
This
one's going to be a little bit shorter. There's only 5 clues this time, shortened version. You don't want to take up much of the show, but we'll be back strong on Wednesday. But for today, are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Strike up the band, Hense. Yes, once again, the fastest growing game on YouTube TV.
Presented by Eric Cohen's with Eric Haynes Group. There we go. All right.
Damn right it is. Damn right it is. Thank you, Eric. Thank you for recognizing the effort and the talent that this takes. I'm just reading a bunch of questions. Okay.
All right,
here we go. First, this player was number 1 in college.
He wore number 1, or he wore number 1?
He majored in engineering, although you'd think by his name it would have been business.
Cook.
No. He got a little piece of Hawaii in Germany.
Man, these are tough. I don't usually get stuff like
this. He is very much a proponent of Pilates, especially after his knee rehab, and he has gotten some of his fellow position group to follow suit.
Brian Edwards.
big into Pilates, is not.
Creed Humphreys.
Finally, his nickname truly befits his profession and his position.
Anybody in the comments got it?
Vincent says Jody Fortson.
Jody Fortson.
Jody Fortson. All right. No.
Good one.
You got us, Lou.
Offensive defense.
No.
He does play defense.
Williams.
Okay.
It is not Joshua. Come on.
That's my home right here.
He said he wore number one or he was number one.
Joshua is coming.
Was he wore number one? Did he wear number one or he was number one?
He wore number one.
He wore number one.
Yes.
In college.
Defensive lineman.
Defensive lineman. He a starter, right?
He's in the rotation.
Okay.
Is it King Felix?
Charles Amenahu.
Okay, it's your friend and mine, Tershawn Wharton.
I was just about to say that.
He wore number one in college. Okay, his major's engineering, although his last name Wharton, famous business school at Penn with the Wharton School of Business. He got a piece of Hawaii in Germany. He sacked Tua. Pilates is a thing. Furious George is with them, and some of these other guys do the Pilates. And then his nickname Turk, a violent, brutal, wild, fierce person. There you have it. Chief Who, Turk. Tershawn.
Nice. John, that's 2 weeks in a row.
Lou stomped us on this one. He did.
Two times in a row.
Major props.
So let's get right into the NFL picks. Let's go see what we have up for today. Let's go. Y'all guys are ready? We have
look at that nice little graphic there. Very nice.
We already know who won the Patriots versus Steelers.
Yeah, I picked the Steelers.
So we had the Falcons versus Tampa Bay. Who you guys got there?
I'm going to go
Robinson. Let's go.
I'm going Falcons.
Dirty Birds.
Falcons too.
The first place Falcons.
Yeah.
Right.
You said the Falcons?
Yes.
All right, we got the LA Rams versus the Baltimore Ravens. Who do you guys got?
The other Dirty Bird. Let's go.
The Rams are playing really well right now. I think their defense is better. Their offense is starting to click. They have a shot at the playoffs. They're kind of in that 6-6 madness in the NFC standing. So I'm going with the upset because I'm still not sold on the Ravens.
All right, I'll go the upset too. The Rams. I take the Rams taking this game.
I got Rams.
Who you got, Lou?
Ravens.
We got the Chicago Bears versus Detroit Lions. Who y'all have there?
Ooh, the Bears give them a run for their money. So I'm gonna go with Fields on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Lions.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Detroit. Might be a little closer than you think, but I think Detroit rolls here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take the Detroit. I take the Chicago Bears that one. We have the Bengals versus the Colts. Who you guys taking there?
I got the Who Day. I got the Who Day Nation.
Give me that blue horseshoe. I
like Gardner Minshew. I think the Bengals played outstanding against Jacksonville last week. I don't think they can go back to back. They're at home this week. I think it adds a little bit more pressure. I like the Colts.
I don't like picking the Bengals, but this is my second week gonna pick the Bengals. I take the Bengals.
Tiger.
I take the Frosted Flake team, Zebra Cakes, to take off the Colts. We had the Jaguars versus the Cleveland Browns. Who you guys have there?
Is it going to be Trevor?
Kirk went on IR today.
Yeah,
Trevor Lawrence is not 100%. Even though the Browns are struggling at the quarterback position, the Browns have to win this football game. if they want to even remotely think about getting into the postseason.
True.
If they get in, they'll be 8-5. That puts them in a good slot. So I think the Browns are going to be able to handle the Jaguars, especially if Lawrence doesn't play.
Flacco versus CJ Beathard. What do you think?
CJ threw for three in the possible. He threw for 3 in the possible.
I'm taking the Browns to win that also.
Yeah, I'll take the Browns.
All right.
You right? Who you was taking?
Well, I'm gonna go with that.
It don't matter. You took too long. We have the Panthers versus.
I said my pick earlier, sir.
we had the Saints versus the Panthers. Who do you have there?
Better be quick.
I think I'm going to go with the Panthers for an upset.
Saints.
Saints are
with
Jameis.
I'll go with Panthers, man.
I'll go with the Saints. I'm going to take this. We got Houston versus the Jets.
The animated quarterback.
Texans are going to win this game in a blowout.
CJ Stroud. Let's go.
I'm taking the Jets to win that.
Right.
I think the Jets is going to come on and take that. We have the Raiders versus the Vikings. Who you guys have there?
You're going to make me say this out loud?
I got Vikings.
I think I'm going to take the Raiders.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that at home or away? I didn't see.
It's in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I'll go with the Raiders.
Lou said it with a smile, nice smile on his face. You said, "Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Raiders." No.
Yeah, I don't trust the Vikings on the road. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll take.
Is the Dobb experiment over?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm taking the Vikings. Seahawks versus the 49ers. Who y'all taking there?
Niners.
All right, Niners. I'm taking the Seahawks. All right, we got the Broncos versus the Chargers. Who cares game?
Broncos.
I really need the Chargers to win this game just to shut up.
Yeah,
the fans.
Yeah, I'll take the Chargers.
I'm all in.
Bo said he don't care, so it's irrelevant.
Chargers. I can't.
Chargers are going to win this game.
Denver.
I'll take the Chargers. So you got the Eagles versus the Cowboys. A big Sunday Niner. Who y'all have there?
Cowboys. I got Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Yeah,
I got the Cowboys.
I think I'm going to take the Cowboys too.
You have a Monday night game, Titans versus the Dolphins.
Dolphins.
You got taking there.
Dolphins have to.
Yeah,
I mean, they're at home.
Miami.
Dolphins have
Tyreek's
four
going to
of their-
cement the MVP.
Yeah. Miami has 4 of the next 5 at home. This should be an easy one.
I'm taking the Titans to put upset.
All right.
We got a lot of faith in the
Green Bay versus the Giants. Who y'all have there on Monday Night Football?
I'm going with Packers. Yeah,
love. Show me some love.
Yeah,
I think Love will run out of love in New York. We have both of the one Deaf and Bob team versus another Deaf and Bob team, aka Trash Company. What teams y'all have there in the bye week versus the Cardinals? What team sleeps well? Cardinals versus the Washington Commanders.
You know I go with Kyler Murray.
Well, the Cardinals won last week, so they got to be feeling pretty good.
They beat down Pittsburgh.
They
beat
destroyed
them down.
Pittsburgh. Yeah, no. I think the Cardinals have the better off week.
Washington's dream is Washington's still seeing Tyreek in their dreams running by everybody.
Yes, they are.
Whoops.
Hey, as noodly as that arm is, he's still getting deep balls out there. I don't.
Like I said, man, put it in the big peach basket.
Wow.
Hey, he still goes deep, man.
I bet he
I
do.
give him props, man. All right. Let's get to the game of the day, the one that we care about the most. The Chiefs hosting the Buffalo Bills without Isaiah Pacheco, Drew Tranquill, Donovan Smith.
Well, I'm gonna take the Bills.
Fair enough.
Get out the show, Jack.
I'm gonna take the Bills. Man.
Dead silence.
All right.
Hey, it was a pause. Wasn't it?
Yeah, that was.
It's fine. Nothing that we didn't expect.
Did he really say that?
Normally, I would disagree with you, Andre.
Oh wow!
My gut tells me that this is exactly the scenario that's going to play out. We talked about this on the show with Luca on Wednesday. The team is going to be faced with no time left on the clock, down 1 point after scoring a touchdown. They will go for 2. The Chiefs will make the stop and win 28-27.
Beautiful. Wow. He's got it down to the scenario, the play.
Scenario, yeah.
What's the play call, Nick? What is
who's going to make the stop? Who's going to make the stop on defense? Who's going to make the stop on defense?
Joshua Williams.
Joshua Williams.
Joshua Williams
bat
the
ball
pick in the end zone.
Away from Stephon Diggs.
Or better yet, he picks it off and runs it back for 2 points, cover the spread.
No, that too.
What's your score? Who you taking, Lou?
A couple of things came up during the course of the week, and I think Monday, maybe Nick said it, or maybe it was the following week. Last week, the Chiefs don't look like they're having any fun, right?
No. Good point.
There's no joy. Somebody was talking about some other team that's just not having, and because they're not hitting explosive plays. It's just everything is like a dental appointment, a root canal.
Yeah, they're drilling. You're right.
So hopefully we get some big plays. I think it is going to be a close game. I think it is going to come down to the end. And in my mind, it's Harrison Butker drilling a kick.
Yep.
In my mind, I say the Chiefs come out here and ball out. It's going to be 41-20.
Just catch the ball.
41-20 Chiefs. 41-20 Chiefs. The guys that they say, oh man, this is the offensive line that the Chiefs really needed. This is the pieces that they really needed. So Morris come out here and manhandle Von Miller, send him back, show him that this is what a real man does. But again, we're not shots taken. But again, I'll put it like this: Diggs is going to get locked down by Snead and Trent McDuffie. And Davis. Only person I fear on the like I said on Wednesday, only person I fear on that team is goddamn Davis going deep and beat somebody over the top. You know what I mean? That's one guy that I'm like, oh man.
Hold on, wait. Well, hold on, guys. Didn't Davis beat Williams against Buffalo?
Yeah, he
did, didn't he? That's crazy.
Davis loves himself some Arrowhead, man.
But I put it like this Chiefs defensive line is much better than they play the Bills before. So I don't see Josh Allen coming out the pocket trying to take off. The linebackers are more Willie Gay, more faster. Nick Boden, I think he's gonna be playing. I hope so. Because we're gonna need him this game because Cook. Even though Cook is he's a fumbling running back, because you touch Cook and the ball just coming out. He just touch him on the shoulder, he drops the ball. But other than that, man, I feel like the Chiefs take this game 41-20 Chiefs.
I'm gonna say, go ahead, Bo.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Andre. You get the last word.
Bo. Okay, Ben. I'm gonna say this. If they do not get pressure or contain Josh Allen in that pocket, Chiefs don't win this game.
Fair enough.
You already said they won. You already said they weren't going to win.
Finish your statement, sir. Finish your statement.
I'll say if Buffalo doesn't get pressure or
and they have
Patrick Mahomes,
they have to blitz.
They can't win. So
can they catch the ball first?
Yeah,
we'll see. It's going to be a relatively warm day for the Midwest this time of year, so there should be no excuses. So we'll listen. CBS 325. Chiefs.
Show us your red, folks.
Got my Super Bowl shirt on.
That's all right. I'm just saying.
I just came.
I got my Mizzou.
Oh, you got your Mizzou Tigers. Hey,
I got my Mizzou.
Props to them, man. Well, maybe we'll talk about college football a little bit next week. Anyway, all right, guys. Great show.
I'll show my red.
There you go.
Lack of faith. That's lack of faith.
Great show. We'll be back Sunday night after the game. Check out at Chiefs Insider on Twitter. We'll do a Spaces show. We'll recap the game. We'll be back Monday. We're going to go behind enemy lines with my buddy Murph, who is probably the biggest New England Patriots fan that I know. He's going to be coming on working with us as well. I've got probably a few changes in the schedule next week. We've got all of us have some stuff that we got to get done next week. So it might not be the regular number of shows, but we'll still be online. Catch us at chiefsblitz.com.
Shuffling the deck.
All right. Shout out to all the sponsors that sponsor the show. Dave Purdy, you know what I mean? Right. You can catch him at 816-405-5831. Eric Haynes, you can reach him at 816-729-3785. So
he
Drake
didn't take over. No, he didn't take over. No.
All right, you're saving my
Let me
voice.
go
He knows
and
my
eat,
voice
man.
is going.
I know his voice is going, so I took over.
Man,
So
will
Drake,
you
so
let me
Drake,
speak,
give a
man?
shout out to all the people.
I sure will. I gotta give a shout out to my boy, the Salsa King. All right, Vincent.
It's
Trahan, Kareem with his pointless views. You know what I'm saying? Again, let me see. John got on a little late, but what up, John? But John, my guy, came on a little late, but it's all right. Hey, better late than sorry, right? I get that.
Mhm.
So again, guys, keep them coming, guys. We love the comments. Keep them coming. And also, hey, it's your opinion. I say the Bills gonna win, guys. Y'all gotta agree with me. I think Josh Allen better
Get
than
him off
Mahomes.
the screen. Get him off the screen, sir.